And now we welcome Lieutenant Colonel Krzysztof Płatek, a defense industry speech. We've just heard Poland's Defense Minister Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz deliver his defense policy speech as Poland faces a number of threats. So we bring in an expert to discuss all these various issues. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us at TVP World.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
So we've just heard Poland's defense minister deliver a number of very important issues in his policy speech. I'd like you to perhaps share your views and your main takeaways from all those things that he addressed in his speech.
We can hear from his speech that many of programs which has been started in recent years are continued. So it's very important because the technical modernization process of the armed forces is the continuous and perennial process. So everything which has been started will be continued. So we heard that this year we are expecting that contracts for the attack Apache helicopters will be signed. Also, the second phase of purchase from the frame contract for K2 tanks from South Korea, and so on and so on. So it's very important that everything is continued. The modernization process had been not stopped, and Polish armed forces are getting stronger and stronger from month to month and from year to year.
Certainly, it is important, the continuity of from the last government to this government. This government seems to be spending just as much, if not more, money in the years ahead. But tell me about the European Sky Shield initiative. Is that maybe one element of defense which maybe there possibly is a little bit of bipartisan conflict in that matter?
European Sky Shield initiative is for now just the concept. So we have to keep going with our program, with Polish air defense program, which consists of the 3 layers, which consists the Wisła system. So it is the Patriot from the United States, and also Narew and Pilica programs on the lower layers. So it is the most important part, just to keep going with this. European Sky Shield initiative, okay, it's a good idea, but it's we can call this echo about the future.
The defense minister called for political unity, emphasizing that this is it's the time of greatest threat that Poland has experienced since World War II. At the moment, Poland domestically is struggling with a lot of strife when it comes to internal domestic politics. Do you feel that, given his speech now, that all the political parties will be able to unite in the face of all this threat that we're facing?
Yeah, I can agree with this, that it will happen, because last year we have seen the situation in the Polish parliament when some act, the Polish Defense Act, were prepared and signed later by the president. Every political option agreed with this. So it happened in the past, and I think it will happen in the future.
Now, in light of all these threats that we're facing from Russian espionage, sabotage, we've seen these arrests lately, and now we hear about 100 million zlotys, or about $25 million, being committed to bolster Polish intelligence agencies. Do you think that that's enough to accomplish this big task, if you will? Is it the right amount of spending, in your opinion?
I can say that it's only a good direction, because I'm not a specialist from this area. So for me, it's too hard to say how much money we'll need to increase the capabilities of the intelligence agencies. But I can agree with one thing, that giving them more money is a good direction.
Good start.
And the defense minister tweeted earlier today about a signed contract for Barbara aerostat systems. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about that system and what those are?
Yeah, of course. It's one of the programs which has been started 1 year ago. So after 1 year, the American side agreed, and we received the Congress notification, and now we signed the letter of acceptance. So deliveries and other elements of the contract will start soon. We can estimate that full operational capability of the systems will be achieved in 2027. So in about 2-3 years, and this way we'll receive a very important element for the surveillance systems. The aerostats, of course, it will cost 1 billion, but it's less expensive in the life cycle cost than, at example, early warning airplanes. Of course, we purchased it also from the Sweden, but for now used airplanes. But it's one of the elements which have to match with other elements. And this way it can build the whole system of the Polish armed force capabilities. So adding it to the air protection ground systems and with some satellites and maybe also the Air Force will receive a full operational capabilities which can strengthen our forces, and this way we can earlier receive the warnings if something will be going worse and worse on our eastern border.
Certainly. Well, Lieutenant Colonel Krzysztof Płatek, defense industry expert, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on these matters today here on TVP World. Appreciate it.